Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Fallout New Vegas. Um, we're gonna do a little recap for in case you've kind of forgotten what's going on, or if you're kind of just jumping in for the first time. We got Erik here. We got our friend Veronica over there, and somewhere around here is Edie, our robot companion.
Hey,
There she is. So basically, we're in the Mojave Wasteland in the area surrounding what is now New Vegas. This area is now the battleground between two factions. One called the New California Republic. The other one called Caesar's Legion. Both of them have expanded their territory and met up here. They are fighting over control of this area for similar reasons. When countries get big, they need more resources, and thus they need what is available around here. That is big picture. Erik was hired by a courier service called the Mojave Express. He was one of six couriers hired. Was I? Am I getting shot at? Oh, I thought something shot at me. He was one of six couriers hired to deliver some stuff. His package was stolen from him. He was shot and left for dead. And it just so happens, strangely enough, that the very robot, because Victor, the robot, hired the Mojave Express for the job. It just so happens that that very robot found him near death and healed him up, or took him to the doctor to make sure he was all right. And it seems like he's been following us as well. He's been following us from Good Springs, where we started. He followed us all the way to Novak. So, kind of strange. But Erik is out for revenge for the guy who shot him in the head. His name is Benny. And he actually lives in New Vegas. So, our main mission is to come into New Vegas and kind of see why he shot us, what is so important about that platinum chip, maybe get the platinum chip back, and figure out what the deal is. However, in the meanwhile, we've kind of gotten involved, willingly or unwillingly, in that greater picture. Um, Erik has been hired by the NCR as a mercenary to take care of a few things. Um, we've also gotten to know a few of the other smaller factions in the area, like the Great Khans, the Powder Gangers, etc. So right now we're coming into Freeside, which is kind of the outskirts of New Vegas itself. We're looking for the followers of the apocalypse. I don't know who these people are, or Erik doesn't know who these people are. We're gonna try to see if they will allow Jerry, who is not fitting in at with the Great Khans. We're trying to see if the followers will allow him to join them. So we're going to what is called Freeside. Just a little rundown of what has been happening.
hey,
Oh, that is nasty. That is really really nasty. Oh, cockroaches are not my thing. Old Las Vegas Mormon State Historic Park, which is where the followers are.
Hello.
You guys are awfully casual for being guards. See who we have here. Beatrix Russell. Ugh.
Howdy.
So who are you?
I've been around a while. Currently working for the followers as a gun for hire. But it's getting rather dull. Aside from protecting them from the occasional thug looking to intercept supply shipments, there isn't much to do around here. The one researcher I liked who I could chat up about liquor got transferred. And the rest of the docs are pretty uptight about my kind of fun.
Okay. That's all I want to say to you. Julie Farkas.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
No, that's not what we're doing. I met a kid who's unsatisfied with life in the Great Khans.
We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent?
He's obviously a bright, sensitive soul, and he loves literature. None whatsoever. That's basically the truth. But let's say that because that's probably the best way to get him in.
Excellent. Ezekiel's been after me to find him a new assistant for ages. Tell the boy we'll take him.
Things seem pretty rough around here in this place.
More than rough. It's a damn mess. Freeside townies are constantly picking fights with NCR civilians. Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim, and the local families are just sitting back making caps on the mess. Freeside is in dire need, but no one has been man enough to step up. The followers can only do so much to stem the tide.
I really don't want to help. Is there really no other option? I don't want to help these people. Erik would not help these people right now. Okay.
There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community if they'd kick their addictions. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Crimson Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. A lot of innocent people will get hurt if things blow up.
I don't care about any of those things. Tell me about this
The
place.
Old Mormon Fort serves as the regional hub for the followers of the Apocalypse. I am the administrator for this region.
What do you do here?
The followers of the Apocalypse aren't just interested in research. We care for our fellow man and do everything we can to help humanity. Here in Freeside, we provide food and medical services for those in need. We also have organized reconstruction efforts. With the help of Bill Ronte, we were able to install a water pump just west of here, but the Kings quickly took control of the pump.
Who are the followers?
We arose from the boneyards of Edidam years ago. Since then, we have made it our mission to rebuild the wasteland and re-educate its inhabitants. We hope to forge a brave new world free of war and poverty by sharing knowledge and resources. Our primary goal is the free exchange of ideas.
Sounds like you're a bunch of nutcases, but that's okay. Let's talk about something else.
What do you want?
I guess tell me a little bit about Freeside.
What did you want to know?
I don't know anything about any of these things. So I don't know who the Van Graffs are. Never heard of them. Or the Atomic Wrangler, or Mick and Ralph. She mentioned the Kings, but I mean, I couldn't ask about these things because Erik doesn't know about them. Let's keep poking around. Let's see if there's anyone else worth talking to around here.
Hello.
Medicine's running low again.
Sucks to suck. You're a gambler. You're a gambler. You're a follower's guard.
Can't help but be impressed with what they're doing here.
Oh yeah?
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Power armor and laser rifles are still effective. That's cool. Brotherhood's living in the past. They'll eventually have to change. I'm not sure about that. If it's worked this long, there must be something redeemable about their beliefs. Have faith. I mean, that's true. I mean, it has worked this long. There must be something redeemable, but that's not to say they don't need to change. So it's a combination of these two. Although power armor and laser rifles are effective, although I prefer some combat armor and a nice assault rifle, but you know, tomato tomato. Um, I will say this though, because I don't know much about the Brotherhood of Steel. I mean, obviously they don't have a big presence around here, so this seems too simplistic and dumb for Erik to say. Like Erik is more of a, his intelligence is 10, so he would say something a little more meaningful. So let's go with if it's worked this long, there must be something redeemable about their beliefs.
Wow, you sound like Elder McNamara. I know, I should. Hell, it's what I signed up for when I chose to stay into adulthood. I know there's something we're saving in there, but we're in decline. Our membership is decimated. There's got to be something we can do.
Okay. Tell me about yourself. I haven't really talked to you, have I? Tell me about yourself.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Okay. What are your goals?
I want a dress.
Excuse me?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
That's your goal. You want a nice dress.
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
Let's.
I find you a dress. I'll give it to you. You crazy, crazy girl. Are you...
What's up?
Oh, hello, sir. Arcade is his name.
Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a researcher. Not even a particularly good one.
I'll be the judge of that. What kind of research do you do?
Oh, you know, finding alternative treatments for common illnesses and injuries. Stim packs out of barrel cacti and other fantastic improbabilities. As far as fruitless wastes of time go, it's quite noble in its aims.
I like it. I like his attitude. What's the goal? What's the end goal?
For the past 100 years or so, the followers have managed to get by using salvaged medical supplies from the old world. But the side effect of medical success is that more people live longer. Funny how that works. Eventually, we'll run out of hospitals to loot. We need new ways to produce those supplies, or maybe old ways if this research goes anywhere.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm not gonna get into like a whole like philosophical thing, but yeah, the more you get better at medicine, the more technological advances, the more people live longer, and the more you have to upkeep. It's kind of a vicious cycle. Why do you do research instead of providing medical assistance? He kind of told us, but let's ask him that anyway.
Not all followers are people persons. Besides, someone needs to do research. I have no problem with Julie sticking me back here. Out of sight, out of mind. There are worse things one can be, though I do admit it is a bit boring. Though it has a noble goal, I don't think this research will yield much fruit. No pun intended.
Why don't you come with me? Let's not say that. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
I just asked you that. Let's ask him that again, because there were other choices at the end of this.
As far as
You don't sound too enthusiastic, though.
I'm enthusiastic about helping people, but nihil novi sub sole.
Isn't that the language that Kaiser's Legion speaks?
Caesar can cite Cato to suit his purpose. Many people have spoken Latin. Some of them were quite pleasant. It's unfortunate that the language is now associated with the gentleman across the river.
Where'd you learn that?
Not from the Legion, if that's what you're getting at. Books, sheet music, gladiator movie holotapes, bits and pieces here and there. The followers have extensive libraries, but we all draw water from the same old well. Even Caesar.
Do you know much about him?
Ah, I don't know anything that the others couldn't tell you. Caesar was one of the followers. Before my time, of course. He wanted to rebuild the new world in the image of the old. A sad story of good intentions gone bad. In that regard, he's hardly unique. If you set aside his leadership capabilities, extensive knowledge, and ruthless cunning, he's just another jerk who steps on people to get his way.
Very interesting. I don't think I knew that. Maybe I did. I don't remember if I knew that. But that's very interesting. So Caesar used to be a follower.
Oh, sorry. There's nothing new under the sun. If agave and mesquite were that miraculous, the locals would have figured it out a few thousand years ago.
Okay.
Certainly.
I kind of like this guy, so let's talk to him again right here.
I'm fine doing research back here, even if it is a bit boring and pointless.
Oh, I guess I
And a
shouldn't have
complete waste
skipped.
of time. Don't mind me. I'm just voicing my thoughts so they don't burrow out of my skull in a fit of abject despondency.
Why don't you come with me? This is what I was trying to get at. I thought he was going to say the same thing. Sorry about that.
No offense intended, but why should I go anywhere with you?
I'm going after a man named Benny for revenge, and I need someone who... No, that's not. Beats sitting around here all day, doesn't it? Oh, not quite. You're right, let's talk about something else. Let's see if he needs help.
Me specifically? No. I'm sure Julie Farkas does, though. Lab coat, pointy hair. Answers to the name Julie Farkas, strangely enough. I'm sure she can find something for you to do. It might be kind of depressing and terrible, though. Caveat Samaritanus.
Okay. See ya.
See you around.
I was kind of hoping for a little bit more from him, but that's fine. See what else we got. Wayne, Ferris, and Roy. Okay. I really don't want to help Julie Farkas out in any way, shape, or form. I'm not... Erik isn't a do-gooder. He's not going to do something just from the bottom of his heart. He's going to have... There's going to have to be something in it for him. And he would help this Gannon guy. Because it seems like, you know, he could benefit from him. But just to help the people of Freeside because they're poor or whatever, nah.
What's your problem, lady?
Alright, local. Got a bunch of kids chasing a rat. Just very strange indeed. Uh-oh. Got ourselves some enemies. Yeah, big mistake, man. You ain't got no head. And Veronica just punched him to death. Look at her, she's still kind of... Alright, it's over. Quit grinding your teeth like that. It's kind of weird. Well, you know, it happens. Can't just ambush people in the streets. You don't know who's packing. Erik's always packing. Look, and besides, look at him. He's heavily armored. Is this really what you were gonna do? You're really charging at a man that looks like this. Like, not too smart, man. Not too smart at all. Kind of a stupid... Look, I got a metal stick. Let's go after that guy who is heavily armed and armored. Man. But I guess desperate, man. You get desperate, you do desperate things. Alright, Freeside East Gate. That's cool and all. So this is what we're going to do. We're actually not going to go back to Jerry right now. We're actually going to go ahead and finish this 3-card bounty that we had before. So we got... Looks like they're together, which is kind of weird. They're not supposed to be together, but that's okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and take care of these two, the two remaining fiend leaders. You'll remember from last episode. Who are you? Isaac. Go ahead and save. I haven't saved in a bit.
I don't handle buying and selling for the gun runners. Talk to the robot in the kiosk near our factory.
You work for the gun runners? Or who are the gun runners?
Makers of the finest high-grade weapons and ammunition in the wasteland. If you ever get your hands on a piece of sweet, deadly hardware, there's a good chance that it came from one of our factories.
Cool. So you work for them?
For around 5 years now, I handle the supply end of things, raw materials and stuff.
Who's in charge of the gun runners?
Out here, we don't have bosses. Me, the gunsmiths, and the guards all know what we're supposed to be doing. Working for the gun runners is a sweet job. None of us would dare screw it up.
Yeah, you look clean. You don't look dirty like everyone else around here. Any chance I could get a tour of the gun runner factory?
None whatsoever. Everything inside the fence is off limits, and the guards have strict orders to shoot to kill.
Oh.
A lot of our high-end weaponry comes from pre-war military schematics. If our competition got a hold of them, it'd be bad for business.
I see. Okay, see ya.
Later.
Cool. That's Isaac. Okay. Anyway, like we were saying, heading over to the Fiends area, right across the way from Camp McCarran. Right over there. We accidentally ran into one of the Fiend leaders, Driver Nephi, I believe was the dude's name. We were attacked by them, and, well, we kind of initiated, but whatever. We shot him, we took his head, and it just so happened that there was a bounty on his head, literally on his head. One of the, I think it's is he a major? Yeah, some major at Camp McCarran wants to literally see the heads of his fallen foes before he'll pay out. So, what we're doing is shooting them, killing them, and taking off their heads, and showing him the heads, and then he gives us money. So, it's a pretty sweet gig. And the reason we're doing it, I mean, aside from the money, is for the experience. Where I'm trying to level up some couple of levels, because we're having some trouble with death claws, and trying to make sure that I want my sniper rifle. Trying to make sure that we can survive if we ever get into fights with them again. I want to say if we ever get fights with them again, I mean next time we get into fights with them, because it's definitely going to be something we encounter over and over. Death claws. Alright, so pretty much everything on this side of the road is safe, but as soon as we cross, it's going to start becoming fiend territory, and the fiends are, you know, they're no different. They don't behave any differently than, say, the jackals or the vipers, but they do dress a little differently. I do think they have a little bit different weaponry as well. I think a lot of them have lasers and stuff like that. So they're up here. So I'm going to go ahead and snipe them if I can. There we go. Really? I'm pretty sure I got you. I know I missed that one. I haven't gotten him a single time, which is ridiculous. Stand still. I had to have gotten him that time. Okay, finally. Got him again. Alright, here they come. Okay. That was kind of a lot more complicated than I had hoped. Kind of which I think they do lay mines and stuff, so you do have to be a little bit careful. I'll go ahead and take these. I'll fix mine. Since we're here, might as well. No! No! I forgot. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. That was my trail carbine. I can't believe I just fixed my trail carbine. I mean, fixed my cavalry repeater with my trail carbine. I'm so upset. Like, I want to reload everything. I just want to quit and reload. I actually do want to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm sorry. There's just no way I'm living with that choice. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I guess it's already time to call this an episode. So, the next episode, I'll just meet you guys here at the bridge. That's what we're going to do. So, I can't believe that. Alright, guys. Well, in the next episode of Fallout New Vegas, we're going to explore this side of the road, this side of the highway, take care of some fiends, and collect our bounty. Alright, guys. See you then.